As sun began to rise over the small town of Willow Creek, casting a golden hue on the quiet streets, a sense of bittersweet anticipation filled the air. The local cafe was bustling, but inside one small home, the atmosphere was heavy with emotion. Private Daniel Murphy stood in his living room, his duffel bag packed and ready by the door. He could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on his shoulders. Today he was leaving for deployment, and while he had trained for this day, nothing could prepare him for the reality of saying goodbye. His mother, Margaret, stood in the kitchen, trying to keep busy by preparing breakfast, but the silence was palpable. She fought back tears, remembering the days when her son would play in the backyard, dreaming of adventure. Now he was going off to war, and the thought terrified her. "Mom, it's going to be okay," Daniel said softly, walking over to her. He wrapped his arms around her, feeling her trembling. "I'm going to do my job, and I'll come back." Margaret pulled back slightly, searching his eyes. "You promise? You'll be careful?" "I promise," Daniel replied, though the uncertainty loomed in his mind. He knew the reality of war. He had heard stories from veterans, seen the toll it took on families, but he was also filled with a sense of duty. He had always wanted to serve his country, to protect those he loved. As they stepped outside, the sky turned from orange to a clear blue. Friends and neighbors had gathered, showing their support. There were smiles intermingled with tears, waves of encouragement wrapped in heartfelt goodbyes. Among the crowd, Daniel spotted his younger sister Emily, holding a handmade card. She approached him, her small hands gripping its edges tightly. "Will you bring me back a souvenir?" she asked, her eyes wide with innocence.